mistakes don't own me. These battles don't control me.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
you
God.
have puppy hair on your
Oh my god. I thought I had a bug on me. I was gonna have a seizure.
You had puppy hair and I thought you had like these two wicked long noses.
This is Useful Mistakes.
Welcome to Campfire Stories.
Yeah.
So today we have our friend Kara.
Hello.
So once again, we went to college with Kara. Today we're going to be talking about body images and body issues. Can you tell us a little bit about like why you wanted to talk about this topic?
I feel like most podcasts don't talk about that, more so just current events, and I feel like it's something that everyone kind of has different opinions on.
Yeah, of course.
Different images of their own body.
Social media is very prevalent in all of our lives. You see these type of people, whether it be just that's how they look because they're Instagram models, or if they're photoshopping or getting like work done.
Alex told me like, you know, women are even editing their bodies in videos, and I was like, no way, you can't do that. And then she sent me a video of like someone doing that, and I was like,
Nothing's real.
Skeleton is not in it.
no, but it was like 2005, right?
Yeah.
That was like low-waisted jeans.
Oh my god,
I
and
can't. Even when I was like my
skinny.
skinniest, I couldn't wear low-waisted.
no, yeah, I feel like because I have like hip dips. Like
My butt crack is really high.
Oh yeah,
It's always
same.
out.
I bend over, that shit was out.
that used to be a thing though. They had
Yeah.
the jeans with like the hole in the middle. I don't know if you guys
Or
know
like
that for
your
the butt
thong
crack.
sticking out.
Yeah.
Can you recall a time where you felt self-conscious being on social media, or just knowing what the ideal body image is in our society?
I feel like that all the time now,
Yeah.
to be completely honest with you. I think more so now just because I've had a weight gain last year, so I feel more self-conscious. And
You're just not feeling like yourself.
yeah, and
that's-
like I
Yeah.
put clothes on and I'm like, okay, this should fit. Or like when I go to the store and I pick something up and like I go like this and I'm like, oh, it's huge. And then I go to put it on and I can't get it
I know
on.
exactly. Yeah.
If someone like wants to borrow something, I'm like, please don't judge me, this is like a large.
Oh my god. Just freaked out. Alex and I have gained weight in quarantine. I just haven't felt like I'm in my own skin, because like you're used to being a certain weight, and when you gain weight you're like, this isn't me. I've been like kind of going ham, like working out and stuff. That's why I go up and down so much though, between like 30 or 40 pounds. I'm like this. And I feel like it's seasonal too. Because in the winter,
I'll
like,
definitely gain it.
yeah, I'll gain
What are you gonna do?
But
Yeah.
we're close to the end of winter, and then I'm like, oh my god, summer is gonna be here.
Yeah,
I think
right.
it takes a while to kick in or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Because at the
totally.
beginning of this quarantine, I was like eating like shit, and I was like, I'm fine. Like I look the same, and now it's over, and I'm like, but putting my gloves on. No, this is the worst
stop.
thing. My gloves at work, I used to wear small because I have tiny hands, and now they're like killing me
Really?
like this. I'm like
I
wearing a
noticed.
medium, and I'm like, my hands are fat now. Like what the hell?
The worst is your like calves, like to buy shoes.
Oh yeah.
Like zip up boots.
Oh,
and they don't
yeah.
zip up,
Right.
and you're like, well, I can't get a bigger size, so what do I do here? You have to think. There's people that definitely weigh more than us. Like, how do they get clothes? What do they do? Or like girls like I would go to high school with, and they would be like, oh, my jeans are a size 3.
Oh, I know.
Bro,
yeah.
how? How'd you get in those? Yeah, I think freshman year of high school, I went from a 7 or 9 to a 3, and it was because I was bullied because I was chunky. Yeah, and my friends actually weren't that much skinnier. They were like average, but to me, I felt fat.
I feel like a lot of my friends are skinnier or thinner or fitter or something, and that like kind of like fucks with your head.
Yes.
Because you are, you know, kind of subconsciously like comparing yourself, but really in real life you're average.
Yeah.
You're fine.
And it also sucks when you're dating. 'Cause I prefer like tall, skinny dudes. Sorry, like not on purpose. Like it just happens that way. And then I feel self-conscious because I'm like, yo, my thigh is bigger than both your legs put together.
Put together, yeah, exactly.
I dated like one super skinny guy, and this was like way back, like my first boyfriend. But I was always taller. I was like this size in like 7th grade. I was like, so I was bigger than
to an
everyone.
adult.
Yeah, that's why I slouched so much too, because I was always so self-conscious of like being tall and being bigger, just like awkward in your body. But anyways, I dated this one kid. I remember he told me, he was like, yeah, I'm like 110, and I was like,
What
well, fuck.
I think about that too. Guy tells me how much he weighs. I'm like, okay, so I'm like 50 pounds heavier than you. So does that mean I need to lose 60 pounds? Like,
people don't realize, especially with women, like
yeah.
we have a lot more fat than men do.
Oh, I know.
And it's like normal.
You want to see this in the booty? Like that's all fat.
Yeah. I feel like you're more influenced by social media and how women are portrayed in the ideal body, or just kind of people around you, and or like how you feel in your own skin.
Honestly, I think it was just how like I was brought up.
Mhm.
But even when I was younger and I was like chunkier, I wasn't like chunky.
Yeah.
But my grandmother like would be like, "Dude, you're fat. Don't wear a belly shirt."
Mm-hmm.
And like I was maybe 13, the oldest, and like
way
that,
too young.
Like that would fuck me up. And like I would do stupid shit, like I would make myself throw up, or I wouldn't eat for a week, and then I'd get sick. The skinniest I think I ever was when I worked at Subway, and that was because I ate one Subway sandwich and like some hot fries, and I just drank Powerade and water.
Yeah.
And I was like nothing, but I was also miserable.
That's what's terrible about it. It's like these little things affect you, and like, yeah, you can live that lifestyle and look a certain way, but how it affects your body and your mind and all of that together, it's just...
If I'm going through the drive-thru, I'm like, well, I can't get a meal and like another like half meal, because they're gonna be like, wow, look at this fat bitch.
like I'm bringing it home to someone else.
So then
Right.
I have to get 2 meals, and then I'm like, I can't go home. They're gonna be like, why'd you get 2 meals? What are you doing with all that food? And then I sit in my car in the parking lot and like eat 1 meal and drive home.
Right, that's the way to do it.
Damn. So with all this like pressure from the world, do you ever feel like inclined to change yourself? I mean, you did say that you would do some things like...
Yeah, like I would do stupid things and like throw up or whatever. Sometimes I just like, oh, I'm not gonna eat. But it doesn't work out. Like now, now that I'm older, and definitely now that I smoke weed, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I literally get a migraine, and I'm just like, all right, now I'm miserable for 2 days. Like I'll work out, but if I don't see results right away, I feel shitty about myself.
Results don't come right away.
No, they don't. That's the hardest part. Like, so I started working out like May 1st. You gain muscle first, so you actually get bigger first.
Yeah.
And that is the hardest point. You have to like keep going, get past that point. The past couple weeks I've been like dropping a little bit of weight. So it's just like patience and like consistent. It's so hard. And I feel like people who have fast metabolisms just like really don't understand. And
No.
they're never going to understand how fucking hard it is.
And right now it's like the worst time for women, like for our age group, is because now your body's like actually a woman. I get sad all the time because I'm like, wow, I missed out on like my prime years of when I could have been hot. And now I'm like,
When you were hot, the moment you
You
thought you
never
were.
think it. You never think
Yeah,
it.
you never
and
think
you
it.
look back and you're just like...
I wish I was that skinny again.
Even when I worked out all the time, I never felt good, which
Yeah.
was weird. Like, I mean, I felt good, like, inside,
Yeah.
because, like, my
Yeah.
body, I could walk and not be out of breath.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
I
because that's
know.
cool bonus. Yeah.
But I never felt good, and now I look back at those pictures, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I should have appreciated that more
I feel that.
all the time. Sarah, especially, whenever she sees, like, a skinny person, no matter what they are, she's just, like, obsesses over them. She's like, they're so awesome, they're so pretty, they're so this, they're so that, and I'm like, what are you talking about, Sarah? And I don't want to sound mean,
No,
but
you
like, I'm
don't.
like,
it's true.
do you see their face, Sarah? I'm like, they're idiots.
Alex
She's
like, they're not cute, and I'm like, yeah, they are. They're skinny.
I don't want to like shame anyone and all
of
that,
course
but
not.
like, I'm like, you need to appreciate, and it's hard. It is hard to appreciate what you have. What I was saying to you the other day, we were really drunk. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
Really drunk.
that was
Sarah,
the other week.
be happy for what you have.
We're fucking hot. Put some ass into these bitches.
It takes some time to like understand that you can be happy in like different sizes and love yourself and look good in different ways. Like there's so many different types of bodies.
But the dude that I've been talking to for like months, I met him on Bumble, but I guess I matched with him like a while ago. I talked to him for a little bit and was like, you don't interest me, go F yourself.
Yeah.
And then I rematched with him and I re-downloaded it, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's super interesting. I showed my friend and she was like, you should have matched with him and let me match with him. And I was like,
The fuck? Why does
What?
somebody even say
I
that?
was like, no, like we've been talking for like 2 weeks. So we worked together and she was like telling one of our other friends, she's like, I'm just gonna go make a Bumble and match with him. So she did, behind my back, knowing that, like, we were talking, had a fire, and they both came. She has to wear a mask because she has, like, autoimmune disease, whatever.
Why is she even going out?
Yeah, really.
So he doesn't know that it's her, and she keeps, like, going off and, like, not, like, hanging out. And then she messaged him and was like, hey, just letting you know, like, I'm friends with Kara. We can't talk anymore. And he was like, oh, well, that's awkward. Like, wouldn't have, like, engaged with anything if I would have known. But she was like, I think he really likes you, so, like, just whatever. Meanwhile, she had already started talking to a guy and, like, kind of dating him, who's her now boyfriend.
Like, what was the point of...
I don't know. He doesn't really know that she purposely did it, so he thought it was just an accident, whatever. We all keep hanging out. Fine, so she adds him on Instagram. He doesn't care. He likes her shit, which makes me
I hate
so
that.
so annoyed. I don't want to be petty.
Wait, are you still talking to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, like, just giving you all the background to go forward. But we're best friends on Snapchat. Like, he'll Snapchat me all day. He'll send me, like, things on Instagram, and, like, we'll text. So what are we doing here? Like, are you interested in me? Like, he was like, I'm interested in you, but, like, I don't want to be, like, in a relationship yet. I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. And not to be mean, like, I still want to be friends with him, but I'm not going to stop dating because you don't know what you're doing. And I can have missed opportunities with people who actually want to be interested in me.
Yeah.
And I feel bad.
No, you shouldn't feel bad because he straight up said that. Like, you guys had the communication about it. You understand he doesn't want that. So whether or not, like, your boyfriend, girlfriend, like, if you're only talking to one person, then you are dating and in a relationship.
So, like, what we do, like, I'm only doing with you. And he's like, well, I'm not, like, interested in anyone else. Things might fizzle out, or it might become a relationship. That's such a, like, cop-out.
Yeah. That's just, like, no. I don't know.
I'd be like, goodbye.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the details behind, like, how you feel about him and this and that. But it's, like, that's just a bad sign.
I think I like him, but, like, I know it can never work. Like, our lives cannot match.
Yeah. So it's, like, do what you're doing. Like, spend time with him if you enjoy it, but, like, don't look out because you can find someone who's gonna fucking want to date you and be like, oh wow, it exists, it's possible. So don't settle for that shit.
Yeah. Girl code and body image. I have a weird thing with my body, so, like, I don't feel comfortable being naked in front of people. So, like, the more people that I get intimate with, I'm just like, I'm tired of this. I don't even want to do this. Were you not interested in me because of how I look? Because we get along, so is that it? Like, is it the image of how I look that you're not interested in?
Yeah.
Which fucks me up more.
If you're with me, you need to be, like, all about my body. Like, you want to have a lot of sex? Okay, then make me feel like I'm a queen.
It's a huge thing, and people don't always necessarily realize that. Make each other feel wanted, make each other feel good.
Because I feel like the definition of beauty right now, and, like, correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, I feel like that definition is, like, having, like, a 15-inch waist and, like, a 50-inch, like, hips. Yeah.
Like, I can't get high-waisted jeans on like that. Like, they can't go past my hips.
Even for me, I have a bigger butt and bigger, like, hips and thighs. Like, if I put on high-waisted, it always is, like, tight around my ass or, like, super loose up there. So how the fuck
it's never perfect. Yeah.
I took, like, pictures of myself before, and everyone's like, oh, your butt looks, like, small. But I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, in reality, it doesn't look that small, but people are used to seeing these pictures with
badonks.
These big badonks. They're expecting these waists and these badonks.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not
reality.
real. But even people who have that, like, real body, like, if they are, like, super working out and stuff, it's like, it's never that big.
Without surgery.
Or like, being, like, thicker.
Fit.
Yeah.
Since you guys agree, you could change it. Like, how would you change the ideal beauty image?
I really feel like it shouldn't be about looks.
No.
Like, 100%. Like, I work with some girls, and I don't give a fuck. And they're pretty, but they're the nastiest people. And everyone just loves them because they're pretty and they're nice to look at, and they have money, so that's nice to look at.
This guy was so terrible. He literally was like, I fall in love with a body first and then the soul, so it's really important to me that you have this ideal body he has in his head. And he, like, made me send pictures of, like, my body and stuff. And I only did it because I was just, like, wanted to see what he would say. He was like, yeah, I can work with that. And then he was like, maybe if you could send me another picture of like your butt and panties. I was like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. You know what? I'm just not comfortable with any of this. Like, I don't want to meet up with you. And he was like, all right, well, you know, let me know if like we could be friends.
Yeah, he was literally like, oh, you can set me up with your hot friend.
Literally. I was like,
feel
no.
Are those people actually being serious, or are they just bored and trolling?
Oh my god. Do you think that men are equally objectified as women are? They go through like the same kind of things we do? Or...
I mean, I definitely do think that they're not on the same type of level
Yeah.
all the time. Some guys are just naturally just
obviously like more
so much
muscle
easier
maybe.
for them.
Yeah. And like
Yeah, really.
for a dude to be chunky, like I think it's fine.
So what kinds of things do you do today to try to like celebrate and love your body?
I'll take pictures like in my underwear or whatever. Obviously good angles.
Yeah, exactly.
And like if I send it to someone, I'll save it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna save that for later. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, she goes the same.
Yeah, you don't. Come on, if it's good, it's like
I always
that was a
forget
lot
to.
of work.
Yeah.
I had a
One girl is like really, really bigger, but she like loves herself, and it's so inspiring. And she'll send us like nudes and shit all the time, and she'll be like, look how fucking good I look. Like the fuck. We're all like, hell yeah. Honestly, thanks for talking with us. This was like great girl talk.
And girl
Yeah.
talk is such a powerful thing.
We're gonna go see some motherfucking puppies now. This is what heaven looks like. I've made it to heaven. This is what dreams are made of.
James Maple. She's 5 months
Yeah.
today.
Oh, baby.
So pretty.
Oh my god, she's so happy.